There are key sidereal transits and global signs that are going to affect all of us. 1 June to August 2025. Saturn begins its transit in Pisces. It entered March 29th of 2025 until June 3rd, 2027. This is a heavy karmic era. It's centered on institutions linked to faith, media, and collective psyche. That is our collective psychic ability. The central telepathic wave that we all are connected to. Now, my prediction is that there will be racial and religious profiling. Racism and civil upset starts in the U.S., begins mid-July of 2025 into mid-March of 2026. This is a time when there's going to be racial profiling, where how you look or act or where you practice your religion is connected to civil unrest, uncertainty, fear. We have experienced this in the past, in our history, over and over again, for centuries and centuries. Expect systematic reckonings, spiritual controversies, cyber health and relations, and renewed debates on truth. What is truth? What is religion? How do we practice our religions and our faith? And also around cybersecurity. This is more in the United States. There will be some cyber health risks in Europe as well. Then there's the new moon. That's June 25th, 2025. And it's in the sign of Cancer. The theme here is around family, our homeland, and homeland security. The moon in Cancer deepens emotions, collective need for stability. We are family, we are connected, and what about our children? Our children are our future. Possible events are emotional drive in migration debates, homeland security, and homeland security contrasts, and major family or community policy reforms. In the near future, I am also seeing a temporary halt in the air traffic security, and for protection, air quotes, the need to be able to halt any non-emergency air travel. Now, unless you watch whistleblowers podcasts such as Sean Ryan, you may not know of this behind the scenes and its concerns. So I don't think it's going to be in mainstream or the general public around what's going on with homeland security or cybersecurity. Some of the things that you can do to protect yourself is understand culture. Understand the differences in culture, and that the main average citizen from a certain race or culture is not representative of their government security, the debate amongst government, or any type of terrorism. When you understand and you educate yourself and you educate your children and the people around you, it won't feel as a threat. The other is you might have to do without the internet for a while. Get out the board games and have a generator. I think a lot of people that are rural, out in the country, they have generators because this happens to them all the time. This is the summer months, and it is going into the fall. I don't see any pending issues in the winter for us fellow Canadians that would worry about the cold. Then there's a new moon in Leo, and that's July 24th, 2025. The sun moon reset, the polarity is proud. Leo has creative leadership skills, media speculations, the tone set for national pride. This is going to be more in the United States. As we speak, there's a coalition between Canada and Europe. It will be a global pride where countries connect with countries and stand for countries and don't just stand alone within their own country. Proud to be Canada, proud to be Israeli, and proud to be American, proud to be European. It'll be, we stand with another country. We are proud. We stand with the opposing country. We are proud. A bit of drama. Yeah. Demonstrations in the street. Proud demonstrations of connections from country to country in the streets and in the media. Yeah, 100%. Likely outcome, announcements from high-profile leaders, cultural, political launches, and public performances. Just like I said, get out your popcorn. This is very similar when the elections were going on in the United States and people in Hollywood were standing up for what they believe in and making that connection politically, trying to influence others. There's going to be that same display of demonstration. We stand with and we don't stand with, etc. The new moon in Virgo, and that is August 23rd of 2025. This is a 3-month prediction. Sheds light on health services and data. And this is cyber data. Virgo's energy focuses on precise, analytical, and responses. If you are not connected to the understanding of the cyber world and the data world, like data is king. The more data a company can have, the more upper hand they have in the cyber world, as well as energy is going to be our new currency. That is energy because of all of the AI in the cyber world. As AI builds, they're going to need new energy, clean energy, which is nuclear energy, and water. A lot of water needs to run that. So there'll be cloud seeding. This is going to be quite prevalent to people who don't follow like regular media, because regular media doesn't talk about that stuff, what's going on behind the scenes. But if you're an investigator, if you're a researcher, if you have a journalistic mind, if you read other materials, books, documentations, etc., you will know that this is a new currency and energy that will become king or queen in the world, and countries are going to be fighting for it. And we're going to see this more into August and September as people start to become protective of their data as well, and large corporations and company focus on cybersecurity. So any of you that work in the public sector, the government sector, large industries in AI, technology, data, engineering, you're going to see a huge shift within your company's departments and where they're allocating funding and finances in order to become much more secure with their data. And if you are looking for a career in the future, focus on data security. And this could signal public health initiatives because a lot of the industries will be affected by this cybersecurity. That includes banking, but also the healthcare industry. And there will be a bit of a fear of another type of virus coming out, but it's not going to be very long-lived. Most of it will be technology and legal, to clear regulations. There's going to be a medical measures and service sectors will be reformed for when it, and this behind the scenes, this has to do with, I believe, scrubbing, kind of setting a tone for maybe you don't want to just travel the world or live in other countries or educate yourself in other countries as much in the next year. And it is to try to divide people in a way so that there's not as much migration. And they're going to use health scares or health issues to have you more concerned about doing a lot less traveling. Okay, that would be more in, well, anywhere really, whether it's Europe or the Middle East or anywhere, and that will be in August and September. But as I said, it's going to be short-lived. So the basic summary is institutions and faith. Saturn in Pisces, expect revelations in media, spiritual hierarchy, and health domains. People are going to start seeking a higher power or seeking a higher spiritual connection to try to understand and make sense and feel safe about what's going on in the world, and to reach out to a higher power that could keep them safer. Again, this will also be around whose religion is the best religion, is the right religion. Security and homeland security, leadership and ego, and that means bold statements and national displays and orchestrated events for connecting, as I said, feeling that your country belongs to my country and we're in sovereignty together, yeah, hoo, yay, kind of celebrations. Diplomacy and justice, negotiations, treaties, legal rulings, global trade moves, like even to the degree where Canada will be accepted as a European country. Hey, come travel Europe anytime you want. That will be infiltrated a bit in September and August and September, as I said, a little bit of October around the little health stuff, health scare going on, which is not a reality. And, but in general, that's going to be the tone. And that's more to boost morale, really make us feel connected. Service and health. There's going to be, as I said, the public health campaign. We're going to be looking at data and cybersecurity. And my personal opinion is we are still going to reach out to the US military for support. We may have a financial alliance, obviously, happening now with Europe, but we will still need boots on the ground support from the US. And I believe our Prime Minister in Canada is quite aware of that, and he's not ignoring that option as well. So I hope this is a secure understanding about what's happening in the near future. With it comes to finances. This is going to stabilize our financial situation. So we're not going to be into a deep recession, just a bit. While there's cyber wars and other wars going on, there's going to feel, as are happening now as I speak, there is going to be a stability or stabilization of financials. Things will get more expensive. A lot of trade will decline in the next year, making it difficult to sell for cheap and make a high profit, which is in the long run not bad for us, in my opinion. And market around housing is going to decline, but I'm not seeing it much more than about $50,000 to $70,000 less than what they are now across the board, whether you're in the United States or Canada or anywhere in Europe. There's going to be way too much on the market because people will be concerned about their jobs or concerned about the prices in gas, etc., and utilities, and wanting to sell their second and third homes. And that's what puts way too much saturation on the market, and that brings down the prices. And that will be more into the fall. So if you're looking at purchasing a home, I would hold off for a little bit and make sure that you're not living beyond your budget.